Hello everyone. Today I thought I'd talk about my tattoos. Kind of a fun topic for once. I have 7, and I will say there was quite a gap of time in between tattoo number 1 and tattoo number 2. So, my first tattoo I got when I was probably 20, and I was in college because that's when all smart decisions are made. And truly, I feel like it's a rite of passage. And I think I've mentioned this before, but it is your stereotypical tramp stamp, as the location is lovingly called. And it's a butterfly. And in true late 90s, early 2000s fashion, it's of the tribal style, if you will. So I'll just show you a picture. So I'll talk about all my tattoos and I'll show you them as well. So you might want to actually go watch this on my YouTube, Keep Moving Forward 2015. Sorry about the braces, but we're just going to have to deal with it. I can hear the whistling, and I'm sure you can hear it too. It is what it is, and hopefully we'll be, there's the whistle. Hopefully I will get through them quickly, and my speech will go back to normal. But anyway, tattoo number 1. There it is. It's tribal butterfly tramp stamp right over my butt crack. Yep. And most of my tattoos are not in color. This one is some color, and it's really kind of hard to tell, but it kind of fades from like a blue teal to a purple. But again, I got this when I was 20, so this was the year 2000. So it's definitely faded quite a bit. I do have some of that tattoo goo stuff for color brightening. I guess I could rub it on there, see if I could bring the color back. But honestly, I usually forget all about this tattoo. I really forget that I even have it. So, I mean, it doesn't bother me, for sure. I don't regret it. I just think that looking back, hindsight being what it is, it's just so cliche. It's just so cliche of college girls tattoo. And I will say my roommate at the time should have been alarm bells for us, but we went to the tattoo studio, we'll call it. I was just in a strip mall in my college town, and they were booked, and the gentleman tattoo artist was definitely drinking while he was doing tattoos. So thank God neither one of us ended up with any kind of infection or something. But again, stupid college decisions. Anyway, moving on. Tattoo number 2 I got on my first survivorship anniversary of breast cancer. And I celebrate, well, kind of now I just celebrate the whole damn year. But I like to celebrate on my surgery date when they removed the tumor from my chest wall, and I had the double mastectomy. I had it all in one day because, again, my treatment was sort of the reverse, where I went through chemo first so we could see if the drugs were indeed working and shrinking the tumor. That's the only way they would really be able to monitor that kind of thing. So the tumor stayed in, we monitored, and then I had it removed and the double mastectomy all at one time. Typically, most people go in for surgery first, they remove it, and then they do chemo, radiation, etc. So, anyway, tattoo number 2, which would have been done on to celebrate the 1-year mark, would have been in September of 2016. So, like I said, quite a big gap between tattoos. So, it is indeed the word survivor definition style. So the word survivor and its definition I have on my left side rib area. because the cancer was on the left side. Oh, Brooksy just walked up here. Brooksy, did you want to join us? Okay. Yes. Brooks is deciding. Say hi, Brooks. Yeah. He's a big old baby. Okay, let me move some of my stuff out of the way. Anyway, survivor and the definition on my left side, and it hurt. It's kind of a big tattoo. It takes up most of that area. But I went to this place in Franklin, Tennessee, Golden Yeti Art Collective, and I specifically chose them because they did nipple tattoos for breast cancer survivors. I was lucky enough that I had a nipple sparing double mastectomy, and that was actually a game time decision. I went into surgery pretty much assuming everything would go, and I left it up to my breast surgeon if she felt confident that she could save them, fine, but by no means was it important. It was more important to get rid of everything that needed to go. But the surgery ended up taking longer because she decided she could save them. So, good news there. But that's why I picked Golden Yeti, because they were doing tattoos for breast cancer survivors, and it was important to me to support a business that supported me. So that was tattoo number 2. Tattoo number 3 was, not terribly long after. I can't remember the years now, but my sort of mental motto, personal motto, I say it all the time, keep moving forward, my mantra, but an arrow is the symbol of that to me now. So like arrows started to become like my thing because it's a visual representation of that mantra. So the next tattoo I got on my foot, and it's an arrow. In the back of it, it's on my right foot to remind me to keep moving forward. It's a really pretty arrow tattoo, and the back of it is kind of like feathery. That part is also a little bit in color, ironically similar to the butterfly tattoo in the colors there. And I have 2 matching tattoos with my really good friend Jera. They are this arrow tattoo and tattoo number 3, which is on my left wrist. I can't really even turn my arm. There, I guess that's better. So it's the Celtic symbol for strength, and then I modified it. Probably, if you're Celtic, you probably think I bastardized it, but I had an arrow put through the center. Again, sort of my own personal thing there. So, Celtic symbol for strength with an arrow through the middle on the inside of my left wrist. Jera has the same thing. She opted to do it on her right wrist, which is fine. Do whatever you want. But I just liked mine over there. She has hers on her other one. So that's tattoos. Actually, that's, again, I forgot about the butterfly tattoo. That was 1. Survivor was 2. Arrow was 3. Strength is 4. Then for tattoo number 5, I got after I moved back home. I did have Golden Yeti Art Collective did the strength tattoo as well. So then the next one says love you infinitely. That is on my right upper forearm, I guess is the area. This is done in my mom's handwriting. I did it as a surprise. She would say this every single night when my sister and I went to bed when we were kids, was love you infinitely. And it's also how she signs every card, birthday, holiday, whatever. Cards get signed that way. So it was really important to me to do that and surprise her with it. And I like to look at it. So most of all of my all the tattoos have some sort of personal meaning. I guess all tattoos have some kind of meaning, but these are like out of love and importance, where the butterfly tattoo was sort of out of stupidity and impulse. Then after the Love You Infinitely, I got this one over here. It's on my bicep on my left side. It's my kids' handwritings, Lucas and Olivia, with arrows. I made them write their names probably like 100 times so I could find the best ones. And honestly, Olivia has better handwriting than Lucas, but I just love how that turned out. Yeah, so really thrilled with that. Then I just got, this was my newest one just a few months ago. Keep Moving Forward. This is my sister's handwriting, and this is on, I guess, the outside wrist bone. I guess I should have really looked at some anatomy, but on my right arm. And the same thing. I had her write Keep Moving Forward a bunch of times, and then I sort of picked which words looked the best, and then had it tattooed on. I really like this one too. So pretty. Anyway, so that's all of my tattoos. To keep moving forward, as I've mentioned so many times, in whites in her handwriting shouldn't be a surprise, but when I went with her, when I had cancer, after I finished chemo, but before my surgery, I went with her to her Ironman competition in Wisconsin, and I really truly believe it was the gentleman who started Ironman was speaking, and he was talking about elite athletes and how they just keep moving forward, and that just hit home for me. Just put one foot in front of the other, and you just keep moving forward. And I was like, abso-fucking-lutely. Like, that's what you do. You just keep moving forward. And from that point on, man, that just stuck with me, and it's really just been something I've clung to. And I just knew to mark 10 years, again, I'm celebrating the whole year, even though technically it'll be September 23rd. But I was like, I want this now. So that is the newest tattoo. I think once you start getting tattoos, you just are always thinking about the next one. Like, I think I have 3 floating around in my head for the future. I am really attached to my dogs, as so many people are, and I've been blessed to have just really amazing dogs and pets through the years. I'm looking at Brooks over here, and he's laying on his back with his feet up in the air, being absolutely ridiculous. But they really, truly are part of the family, and I've had really great dogs. I got my first dog in college. Another brilliant decision, by the way. You should definitely go get a pet with your roommates, because what could go wrong? Anyway, Daisy May, got her from the local shelter in Big Rapids, Michigan, where I went to college, Ferris State University, and she ended up she was my dog. I ended up being the one to really take care of her and keep her for the duration of her life. She was an amazing dog. She was a German Shepherd mix, and she was just amazing. So I've had a handful of really, really awesome dogs, and I keep wanting to do some sort of tattoo to like commemorate that, and I haven't, Brooks, I haven't narrowed it down. I've seen so many really cool ideas out there on social media. The latest one I've seen is like, it's in the shape of a paw print, but it's the dog's face. That's really cool. I don't quite need like a tattoo of all my dog's faces. I thought about doing little paw prints on maybe my left foot. I don't know. I'll figure it out though. And then I have another one I want on my back, but up high, not a tramp stamp, one a little bit higher, of like a cluster of 3 arrows. Anyway, once you start, I think you just can't stop and you're always thinking about the next one, even though they do hurt. And it's kind of ironic because I don't like needles. We all know I have a real problem having my blood drawn and sometimes getting shots. So it's really weird that I can just lay there and let the tattoo artist like do their thing. Sometimes though, I do cheat a little bit because I still have some of the numbing cream that I was given for my port to put on before they put the needle in. Sometimes if I totally know where I'm getting the tattoo, I'll rub it on and it helps. I mean, you can still totally feel it, but I think it just hurts less. Or maybe I'm just like in my head and like I'm just telling myself it hurts less, so it does. I don't know. I just know I've never passed out getting a tattoo, and I'm always thinking about what the next one's gonna be. So I thought I would just share all that with everyone, do a little bit funner episode today. So anyway, there you have it. You can go watch on my YouTube if you want to actually see what these tattoos look like, or you can just listen to this and take my word for it. Anyway, that's it for today.